We're here at McKean Pavilion. My name is Julian Young, and I'm going to be taking you on a walkthrough of my daily routines with the women's basketball team. We have 4 coaches. If we look over here to the left, we have the volleyball side, and then if we go down here, we have the women's basketball side. So when you walk in, we have 4 different coaches and the director of operations. The first coach, Lisa, the second one, Tracy, and the third one, Allison, and then of course head coach Paul Thomas. To start, I usually walk in here. Usually already all set up for me. We got the camera, the charger, everything I need for daily film. We got our computer and then our tripod. So I'm going to take you up to where I usually film every day. If you look over here, we have our beautiful gym. Yeah, I'm usually up at the very top, so got a nice little view of it all. So as you can see, we have a nice view of everything up here. I'm actually even higher up there, so I can really see everything in the track. Alright, so this is our normal view and the normal setup. We have our camcorder and a laptop here. The program that we use for practice and for games is this thing called Sports Code. If you open it up and it brings you to this page, it's really easy. It's just a pause and resume for the practice. It gives us this nice timeline that maps out what happens during the games. That's a little bit different, and I'll go into that a little bit later. We're back here in the coach's offices. This is where a lot of the behind-the-scenes action takes place. To start, I'm going to show you guys a little bit about what we do to get shooting percentages wise. We have this worksheet in Excel that we do for every game. For the first example, this is a game against Cal. Here you can see that we have field goals made and field goals attempted for each person. This gives us a total shooting percentage for each player. What we do specifically is break it down by each spot on the court, so layup, mid-range, diagonal 3, corner 3, and top 3. After that, we go back through the film and break it down. We go to each play and make sure that the made versus attempted matches up correctly with the official scoring book for each player. This in turn just helps us get a better understanding of who shoots best and where. Alright, so you may be wondering how we actually get all the information broken down on Sports Code, what I was talking about earlier. If you come and take a look at the code window, this is actually everything that gets marked down throughout the game. So you can see we have a lot of different stuff. We have made field goals, missed field goals, 3-point field goals, assists, turnovers, offensive rebounds, free throws, defensive rebounds, all the opponent stuff, the offense and defensive possessions. Pretty much everything just needs to be marked down in the time that it happened. That's why we actually use a delayed feed. So for an example, I'll kind of break one down to you right now. So I usually have this off to the side and I'm watching the game. So if we look back over here and we start the play, the girls are going to throw the ball in here, and I'll actually start by clicking offensive possession. So it'll be offensive possession right there. Boom. I'd click on ball screen. And that's pretty much all there is to it. You're just hitting it at the exact same position. So here, she probably makes it. Yeah, she makes it. So I'd come over here, put Meg made field goal, come down to her name, and then mark where she made it from, and that's actually how we get those sheets that I talked about. Looking a little bit more in depth at this thing, it really it timelines every single event that occurs in the game. So all these little niches, hopefully you can see on there, they're all little timestamps. So say we pick, I don't know, Claire gets fouled here. It'll pull up that specific clip, so it's really helpful for the coaches. If we go to the matrix, this actually breaks down a little bit of everything, a little bit more in depth. This is where we measure it and compare it to the official score sheet and actually go back and fix any mistakes that happened. So one of the last tasks that I was actually handed this year versus other years was actually dealing with the video coordinators of other teams. For example, I have the Cal video coordinator here. He actually emailed our director of operations, Jay Johnson, first, pretty much just giving us the rundown of where we were to set up film or anything else. Just letting us know what we had to bring, what I described earlier about the camera and the HDMI and all that kind of stuff, just so we're not kind of left in the dust and can't film. His information was given to me specifically, so that when we got there, everything ran smooth. It's pretty simple. This is usually the same type of organization that happens week in, week out. Well, that concludes the tour of my internship. I'd like to thank you all for listening and hope that you guys have a wonderful Christmas break.